Hi everyone, and welcome to Pirate Hunter Trafe. Today we will check out one of the most significant characters in Ichiro Oda's One Piece, Monkey D. Dragon. Dragon, first introduced to the audience during the Loguetown arc, has since become a pivotal figure in the plot, particularly in the last act. Fans knew very little about him when he was first introduced, and they learned that he was actually Luffy's father when Garp, Luffy's grandfather, paid him a visit in Water 7. Join us today as we discover everything about Dragon and whether Luffy might be inheriting the whole Revolution Army. Want to find out more? Stay tuned for the entire video so as to not miss a detail. Origin. It was made known that Dragon was the leader of the Revolutionary Army. This powerful group directly opposes the world government and the celestial dragons hold over the planet. Monkey D. Dragon is undoubtedly one of the most important characters in the universe, and, more importantly, an important character whose influence will only increase moving forward, with the goal of overthrowing the celestial dragons. Oda is finally beginning to delve further into this mystery character's backstory, which is undoubtedly something that the fans have been waiting for ages. Life in Goa Kingdom. We know very little is known about Dragon's life as a child. However, we know that he was born in Goa Kingdom as a son to the hero of the Marines, Monkey D. Garp. Something in his early years inspired him to speak up for people without a voice, and as he has advanced through the years, it is clear that Dragon has been dedicated to the cause for many years. Oda has yet to discuss his relationship with his father, Garp, although one may assume that Garp would have wanted him to grow up to be a strong Marine. Dragon, though, made a different decision for himself and eventually rose to the position of Supreme Commander of the Revolutionary Army, the leader of the Freedom Fighters. Although the majority of fans recognize Dragon as the Revolutionary Army's commander, this was only sometimes the case. The Dragon grew gradually. Monkey D. Dragon founded a group called as the Freedom Fighters long before the Revolutionary Army, as was recently revealed in Dr. Vegapunk's flashback. As their name implies, these freedom fighters sought to free those oppressed, most likely by the world nobles. Vegapunk declined to join him and joined the Navy instead because it was the only group that could utilize his brilliant mind, indicating that this organization was rather weak. The creation of the Revolutionary Army. When the world government issued a buster call on Ohara 22 years ago, Dragon's resolve to prevent another tragedy of this magnitude peaked. He decided to establish a group that would be strong enough to confront the world government and even depose the celestial dragons. Dragon founded the Revolutionary Army in the same year by teaming up with Emporio Ivankov, the king of Momoiro Island, and Bartholomew Kuma, the previous ruler of Sorbet Kingdom. These three individuals started the Revolutionary Army and remain its commanders until today. The Revolutionary Army gradually began to become more well-known and powerful. Dragon's ideas gradually won over smaller nations, bringing them to his side. In the meantime, Monkey D. Dragon helped some other nations take up arms and fight their own liberation battles. Dragon's Revolutionary Army grew more and more dangerous over time, and at the Reverie, his expanding influence became a topic of conversation. As a result, Dragon was dubbed the world's worst criminal because, unlike even the Yonko, he openly challenged the global government and intended to topple the celestial dragons in a way that no one else had before, possibly not even Rocks. Power. But being dubbed the worst criminal in the world means you must be really strong. So what powers does Monkey D. Dragon have? Can he really turn into a dragon? Let's find out. Although very little of Dragon has been seen in the story so far, the showings of his organization automatically make him look stronger and better. Additionally, there are quite a few powers that we can see him possibly using in the future of One Piece. First up is the mythical zone human fruit, model Zeus. The power of the Hito Hito no Mi, model Nika, wielded by Monkey D. Luffy, was just introduced in One Piece. Despite its ludicrous power, this fruit offered admirers the notion that devil fruits named after gods could exist as mythical zones. Since one of Big Mom's buddies is named Zeus, the god is revered in the One Piece universe. So it wouldn't be unexpected if the Hito no Mi model Zeus existed and that dragon would employ it. Together with other overwhelming powers, Monkey D. Dragon's devil fruit would gain dominion over the entire sky, including the winds, rain, and lightning. He may very well possess this devil fruit, given that he has performed some similar actions in the series thus far. But others argue that he might have a wind paramecia compared to the other devil fruit. The likelihood of this occurring is undoubtedly lesser, but you can never predict with Oda. The only difference between a wind paramecia and a wind logia would be that Dragon couldn't transform into the wind. An analogous devil fruit known as the Kamakama no Mi was first seen in the One Piece anime. In this instance, Monkey D. Dragon's devil fruit would resemble that but be significantly more powerful. Another attribute that Dragon will definitely possess is Haki in most of its forms. Dragon most definitely possesses the ability of Armament Haki. Even though not everyone in the novel possesses Armament Haki, a person of Dragon's level must be an excellent user of this power. He will also possess Advanced Conqueror's Haki. Only one person in a million in the One Piece universe is born with Conqueror's Haki, but possessing Advanced Conqueror's Haki is even more rare. Advanced Conqueror's Haki users are extremely uncommon in the One Piece universe, but Dragon will undoubtedly be one of them. According to Kaido, only the strongest people in the world, which Dragon unquestionably is, are able to use it. A person can cover their body in Conqueror's Haki with Advanced Conqueror's Haki to improve their offensive output. This talent, which becomes Black Lightning when used, is one of the most potent offensive skills we have seen so far in the narrative. Dragon, who has a lot of ambition, is likely to have Conqueror's Haki, thus it shouldn't be too difficult for him to use Advanced Conqueror's Haki. And lastly, Voice of All Things. The Voice of All Things is a capacity that enables people to hear the voice of everything around them. Fans need to learn more about this talent. Beasts, other living beings, and even inanimate artifacts like poneglyphs fall within this category. When the Roger pirates arrived in Skypiea, Roger was able to find the Golden Bell's location by merely listening for the poneglyph sound. Though it is uncommon, Roger, Kozuki Oden, and currently even Luffy and Momonosuke can wield this power. It shouldn't come as much of a surprise that Dragon has this ability. Dragon meets Luffy. Even though we have speculated what powers Dragon may have, it soon seems we will know the truth when Dragon meets Luffy. The manga's chapter number 1067 indicates that Dragon and his revolutionary army may soon arrive at Egghead Island, where Dr. Vegapunk, the Straw Hats, and the world government agents of CP0 are engaged in a volatile standoff. In One Piece chapter number 1067, Dr. Vegapunk, the brilliant scientist, is introduced to Luffy and the other Straw Hats for the first time. He discusses with them how he is delving into the planet's greatest, most forbidden mysteries. Nevertheless, Vegapunk's present bosses at the world government have decided to fire the scientist, sending Rob Lucci and the lethal CP0 assassins to Egghead Island on the pretext of returning a Seraphim Pacifista that is based on Bartholomew Kuma to Vegapunk's lab. When CP0 arrives, the original Kuma, who had been captured by the revolutionaries and turned into a mindless cyborg by Vegapunk for still unknown reasons, begins to move on his own. He rushes to Egghead, which is where he should be, and is followed by the Revolutionary Army officers, including Dragon. Luffy and Dragon may have met because of Kuma and Vegapunk. Kuma may still be connected to Punk Records, a massive cloud-like system that the scientist developed using his enormous brain. He may have been remotely notified of the danger to Vegapunk. Perhaps Kuma is moving because he realizes that Jewelry Bonnie, his daughter, is also in danger. After all, CP0 also wants to kill her. Whatever the cause, Luffy and Dragon might eventually cross paths if the revolutionaries pursue their comrade to Egghead. The results of this eagerly anticipated event will be completely unexpected. Despite the fact that both Dragon and Luffy are criminals, the former is actively attempting to overthrow the world government. In contrast, the Straw Hat Captain is merely acting on his passion for freedom and adventure. A formal alliance between the revolutionaries and the Straw Hats would be really wonderful and thrilling. Still, it's difficult to anticipate if this would truly occur, given Dragon's strong ties with Dr. Vegapunk. It is immensely satisfying for us to see Dragon finally play a significant, active role in the plot. Dragon is one of One Piece's most enigmatic and intriguing characters, even though he may not play a significant role in Luffy's life. As a result, this eagerly anticipated father-son meeting is sure to have a significant impact on the future of Luffy becoming Pirate King. Want to know exactly what happens when Luffy meets Dragon? Will their conquerors' haki clash? Like, share, and subscribe to find out.